you are giving to somebody with expectation of receiving something back because you need it in order to feel validated or good about yourself, that is a whole different situation. And that's something that needs to be tended to within. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. If you don't already know, my name is Serena. I am one half of Life After Union, a twin flame pair in union. We make videos weekly and talk about topics in all things ascension and twin flame journey. So this video is going to be maybe a controversial one, I'm not sure. I think many twin flames that watch my channel tend to be the chasers. So this video is the chaser's greatest block. So chasers, buckle up. You may not want to hear some of the things that I'm going to have to say. Might be some truth bombs in here. Let me know in the comments below if it resonates with you, if you agree with what I'm saying, or if you see it a little bit differently. I'd love to hear from you. I was the runner in the group, so what I'm saying can only be based off of what I've observed in my chaser twin flame other half. So just know that that is the perspective that I'm coming from. I'm not coming from the fact that I am a chaser. I'm coming from what I've observed and heard from my twin flame partner. So if you resonate as the chaser, you're probably somebody who has met their twin flame, who is ready and open for the relationship, who can't really maybe understand why this person is not giving you the time of day, or there's something that happened that maybe transpired between the two of you that caused you to go into separation or no contact, for them to ghost you or run away. Something of that dynamic is going on. And so the chaser's biggest block is really coming from this place of wanting to give so much of their energy outwards. And this is usually from some sort of a childhood wound that they maybe either weren't appreciated or they felt like they had to kind of earn their love from their parents or from their caregivers. So they learned in relationships that their only worth and their only value is what they can provide to others. So this feeling of needing to chase is that, like, I'm not whole or complete unless I get the validation from the other person. So this can show up in many different relationship dynamics. It doesn't have to just be romantic. And likely, if you are the chaser watching this, this was something you experienced throughout your childhood, is this need to, give more than you're receiving. And this is actually what causes the runner to run in the first place. Now, that's not to say the runner doesn't have their own stuff that they're working with, because it's like it's like a magnet. The two have the polarities, right? And so is one pushing the other or is one pulling the other, right? It's like, does the chicken come before the egg? You can't really discern them because they work together just based on the qualities that they have. And this is true with the runner and the chaser. So there's going to be something that triggers, this dynamic within the two, and then they react to the same wound, really, in two different ways. And so both of these wounds are receiving wounds, right? So the chaser has a receiving wound, and the way that they, share that with the world is that they give so much and they give too much. And so they oftentimes feel like they're not valued enough in relationships. They oftentimes feel like they get taken advantage of. They often feel like they're the selfless ones and everyone else is just, looking out for their own good. And they're always the ones giving. And so the biggest healing point for the chaser in this journey is to actually reclaim their own energy, to understand how to make boundaries and to say, actually, this is where I end and this is where the world begins, right? And so a lot of times these chasers are going to be very empathic. They're going to be very sensitive. They're going to be very tuned in to the needs of others. And with this is an incredible gift, but it also comes with the great responsibility of valuing and honoring yourself, right? So if you are giving to somebody and you know that they're not giving back to you to the same degree, you have a choice. what you want to do about that, right? You have a choice to make. You either say, I need to pull back some of my energy and some of my time and my attention towards this person, or I need to be vocal and I need to request more from them, right? And so many of you get to this point on the twin flame journey where you know that you want to be more than friends with this person, but yet this person is still friend zoning you, or this person is still not giving you the time of day. And so this is where you have to really begin to pour the love that you're trying to pour into them back into yourself, right? So every time you want to reach out to them for that feel good hit, right? Or every time you want to send them a song, you want to send them your love, like that is great. But it's not great to do that at the detriment of yourself, right? So if you are already overflowing with love and you are giving from that place, and you're giving from a place of not expecting in return, that is one thing. But if you are giving to somebody with expectation of receiving something back because you need it in order to feel validated or good about yourself, that is a whole different situation. And that's something that needs to be tended to within, right? So if you are looking for more help with this and you are the chaser, me and my twin flame have created this amazing group beta tester course. So if you'd like to beta test for us, you'd like to go on your awakening path through the twin flame journey with other twins aligned on this same path, and you're interested in this, and this sounds like an opportunity that you are hoping to take advantage of, you can apply below to beta test for us. In exchange for beta testing, you will receive 50% off of the tuition fee for this program. It's a 4-month-long program, and you will help give us critiques and testimonials so that we can in the future make this course better than it will ever could possibly be. So if you're interested in that, check the links below. You can apply to work with us. We are still taking applications at this time, so you still have time. We have not started the program yet, so if you'd like to send in an application, do it now. We'll review your application, and then you will be hearing from us. Be sure to check your spam folder, because I think some of them are landing in spam. So just so you know. But yeah, so this is one of the biggest things the chaser needs to focus on, is pouring that love back into themselves. Starting doing the routines that you need to be doing. Focusing on your spiritual routines. Focusing on how to love yourself better in every moment. Focusing on silencing the judge and the critic within. Focusing on becoming more magnetic, right? Rather than your energy just bleeding out of you all the time, capturing some of that energy and holding it within yourself. Sometimes we were shamed as children, right? For being too much or too out there or too loving or too, whatever, because people weren't able to receive our love, right? And so with the chaser, if you feel like somebody isn't fully able to receive your love, you have to know that that's not personal. That's because they have something within them that isn't able to receive that, right? And so you have to know that you can give and give and give all day, but if somebody doesn't want to receive your love, there is nothing that you can do about it, and that you need to turn around and give that love back to yourself, right? You should always be giving from a place of being full rather than a place of I need validation for who I am as a person. And when the chaser learns this is when they become so magnetic. And that's when those polarities can reverse themselves and come back into balance and harmony. Because guess what? The chaser is within balance and harmony of themselves. I just saw 808 on my timestamp. So yeah, that is the biggest block for the chaser in this journey. And it is a receiving wound, just like the runners is also a receiving wound, but it's on the other end of the spectrum. And so we'll talk about that in another video. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And again, if you'd like to be part of our group flame beta tester program, please apply below. We will review your application and get back to you shortly. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for being here today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Big love, Serena.